Hello, my classy ladies. Let's talk about something that I know so many of you are curious about: how to look expensive and refined without actually spending a fortune. Because here's the truth: elegance has very little to do with price tags, and everything to do with the way you choose, style, and carry your clothing. You do not need an unlimited budget to achieve an old money look. What you need is strategy, intention, and a sharp eye for details. When people think of old money style, they often imagine wardrobes filled with luxury designer pieces, custom tailoring, or heirlooms passed down through generations. And yes, those things exist, but that is not what makes the style powerful or timeless. What really defines the old money aesthetic is discretion, quality, and restraint. It is the ability to take something simple and make it look polished, elevated, and quietly luxurious. The good news is that you can achieve that same effect even on a smaller budget. Today, I am going to share 8 affordable pieces that, when chosen correctly, instantly make you look more expensive. These are not trendy items that will fall apart after a season. They are timeless building blocks, accessible to most budgets, that project refinement and confidence. Let us begin with the first one: the white button-down shirt. Piece 1. The white button-down shirt. The white button-down is one of the simplest garments you can own, yet it is also one of the most powerful. When chosen with care, it has the ability to make even the most casual outfit look intentional and refined. And the best part? You do not need to spend hundreds on it. There are so many affordable options on the market that, with the right fit and fabric, can look just as elevated as high-end versions. Fit is the first thing to focus on. An elegant button-down should skim your body, not cling to it, and not drown you in excess fabric. Oversized styles may be fashionable, but they rarely read as expensive. Too tight, and the shirt loses its polish immediately. The ideal fit follows your natural shape, with clean shoulders and sleeves that end neatly at the wrist. Tailoring an affordable shirt can be the key that transforms it into something that looks far more luxurious. Fabric is equally important. Cotton poplin is the gold standard: crisp, breathable, and structured. Even budget-friendly brands often produce cotton shirts that, when pressed properly, can look just as refined as designer ones. Avoid shiny synthetics, as they immediately cheapen the look. The goal is to find a fabric with natural texture, one that holds its shape and looks fresh throughout the day. Color is, of course, simple, pure white, but it is worth mentioning that maintaining that brightness is crucial. A faded or yellowed shirt undermines all your efforts, so it is better to own 1 or 2 affordable shirts that are kept in excellent condition than a dozen neglected ones. Launder carefully, store neatly, and press before wearing. These small acts of care are what make affordable clothing look expensive. Styling the white button-down is where the magic happens. Worn tucked into trousers, it creates an instantly polished look. Worn under a blazer, it becomes professional. Worn open at the collar with jeans and loafers, it feels effortless yet refined. You do not need to add much. The shirt itself carries the elegance if the fit and fabric are right. The symbolism of the button-down also works in your favor. It has been a staple of refined wardrobes for decades, worn by elegant women across generations. By wearing one, even an affordable version, you are tapping into that association. That is why people perceive it as expensive, because it carries cultural weight. The white button-down shirt is one of the most cost-effective ways to elevate your wardrobe. It is affordable, versatile, and timeless. Invest in 1 or 2 that fit well. Maintain them carefully, and you will always have a foundation piece that makes you look polished, confident, and expensive, no matter your budget. Piece 2. The tailored trouser. If there is one garment that instantly communicates polish, structure, and quiet confidence, it is the tailored trouser. Many women underestimate the power of trousers, often reaching for jeans or leggings for everyday wear. But here is the truth: nothing looks more expensive, more put together, and more timeless than a well-fitted pair of trousers. And the best part is that you can absolutely find them at affordable price points, especially if you know what to look for and how to style them. Let's start with fit, because fit is everything when it comes to trousers. They should sit at or just above your natural waist, elongating your legs and creating a clean line. Low-rise styles might come in and out of fashion, but they rarely ever look refined. A higher rise, on the other hand, looks intentional, balanced, and sophisticated. The cut should be straight leg, wide leg, or gently tapered, never skin tight. Old money style is about ease, and trousers that are too tight look cheap and uncomfortable. Length is another detail that makes or breaks the look. The hem should either skim the top of your shoe or create a slight break. Too short, and they risk looking casual. Too long, and they drag and look unkempt. This is where affordable tailoring can transform your wardrobe. Even if you purchase a pair of trousers from an accessible brand, spending a little on hemming or adjusting the waist can make them look as if they were custom made. That tailoring is what makes an affordable piece look like a luxury one. Fabric is just as crucial. Wool blends, cotton twill, or even polyester blends can work, but the key is choosing fabric with weight and drape. Flimsy, thin materials immediately look cheap because they cling in the wrong places and lose their shape. Instead, look for fabrics that fall smoothly, that feel structured without being stiff. Even an affordable pair of trousers can look luxurious if the fabric hangs well and resists wrinkles. Color is another factor that influences how expensive trousers look. Stick to classic neutrals like black, navy, gray, beige, or camel. These shades not only pair seamlessly with the rest of your wardrobe, but they also read as timeless. Bright colors or loud patterns almost always cheapen the effect, making trousers look like fast fashion rather than refinement. Styling is where the tailored trouser truly shines. Pair them with a crisp white shirt, and you already have a polished look. Add a blazer, and it becomes professional and powerful. Swap the blazer for a cashmere sweater, and it becomes casual elegance. Even with something as simple as a t-shirt, the presence of tailored trousers elevates the entire outfit. That is the power of structure. It communicates intention. Another advantage of trousers is versatility. They can be worn to the office, to dinners, to cultural events, or even casually on the weekend, always looking appropriate. Few garments carry that kind of adaptability while still projecting sophistication. Jeans, while comfortable, often lean casual. Skirts can feel limited to certain occasions. But trousers, when chosen well, move seamlessly between settings. And let's not overlook the symbolism. Trousers have long been associated with independence, discipline, and modern refinement. Women who wear them project confidence and authority without sacrificing elegance. That combination is exactly what defines the old money aesthetic. The key to making affordable trousers look expensive lies in three things: fit, fabric, and care. Tailor them if needed. Choose fabrics that drape well and keep them pressed and clean. Wrinkled or poorly maintained trousers will always look cheap, no matter how much you spent on them. But a crisp, structured pair, even from an affordable brand, will look as though it belongs in the wardrobe of someone who invests in timeless quality. The tailored trouser is one of the most accessible yet powerful pieces you can add to your wardrobe. It projects sophistication, structure, and quiet confidence, all without needing to break the bank. When chosen carefully and styled with intention, it is one of the simplest ways to achieve an old money look on a budget. Piece 3. The knit sweater. If there is one garment that brings softness, comfort, and effortless refinement into a wardrobe, it is the knit sweater. Knitwear has long been a staple in elegant dressing, especially in old money circles, because it balances practicality with polish. The beauty of a sweater lies in its ability to appear cozy yet elevated, casual yet sophisticated. And the best part is that knit sweaters are widely available at affordable price points, so you can easily find one that gives you that expensive-looking touch without the luxury price tag. Let us begin with the most important element: fabric. In an ideal world, cashmere is the gold standard. It is lightweight, warm, and unmistakably luxurious. But high-quality cashmere can be costly, so for affordable alternatives, look to wool blends, merino wool, or cotton knits. These options, when chosen in refined textures, still achieve that expensive look. What you should avoid are synthetic heavy fabrics that feel rough, shiny, or clingy. They not only lack elegance, but they also wear out quickly, making the garment look cheap. Fit is the second key. An elegant knit should skim the body, creating a soft silhouette without being oversized or overly tight. Sweaters that are too fitted look dated and uncomfortable, while those that are baggy or shapeless lose all refinement. The perfect sweater has ease, draping gently across the body in a way that feels effortless yet intentional. Neckline is also important. A crew neck is the most versatile, working with almost every outfit. A V-neck introduces femininity and layers beautifully over collared shirts. A turtleneck is perfect for autumn and winter, elongating the neckline and creating a sophisticated frame for the face. Each has its place, but the most important thing is choosing one with clean lines and a timeless shape. Colors should be neutral and understated, because neutrals always read as more expensive. Beige, cream, camel, gray, navy, and black are foundational. These shades not only pair seamlessly with the rest of your wardrobe, but they also project timelessness. A cream sweater with tailored trousers looks effortlessly elegant, while a camel turtleneck under a blazer suggests quiet luxury. Pastels can also work in spring, but avoid overly bright or trendy shades, as they lose their refinement quickly. Texture is another detail that matters. A smooth, fine knit looks polished and sophisticated, while chunky, heavy knits can sometimes lean too casual. That does not mean you should avoid all texture. Ribbed knits, cable patterns, or subtle weaves can add interest without losing elegance. The key is balance. Refined textures in neutral colors always look expensive, while cheap fabrics in loud shades never do. The knit sweater is also versatile across settings. It can be styled casually with jeans and loafers, creating an elevated everyday look. It can be layered over a shirt with trousers for business casual. It can even be paired with skirts or worn under a coat for evenings out. Few garments transition so seamlessly between casual and refined, and that adaptability is exactly why old money wardrobes rely on knitwear. Another factor that makes knit sweaters look expensive is how you care for them. Pilling, stretched out cuffs, or wrinkled knits immediately undermine elegance. Even the most affordable sweater can look elevated if it is maintained carefully, washed gently, stored flat, and de-pilled regularly. A woman who cares for her clothing communicates refinement, regardless of how much she spent on it. And let us not forget the symbolism. Knitwear suggests warmth, reliability, and timelessness. It is not flashy or showy, it is quiet and enduring. That is exactly why it is associated with old money refinement, because it reflects a lifestyle built on discretion and continuity rather than trends and excess. So here is the takeaway. The knit sweater is one of the most affordable yet transformative pieces you can own. It adds softness, polish, and timelessness to your wardrobe, while remaining practical and versatile. Chosen in a neutral color, in a clean silhouette, and cared for properly, it will always make you look more expensive, proving once again that elegance is not about cost, but about intention. Piece 4. The structured blazer. Few garments transform an outfit as quickly and as powerfully as a structured blazer. It is one of those pieces that instantly communicates polish, authority, and refinement, no matter what you pair it with. The blazer has long been a symbol of sophistication, and while designer versions can cost a fortune, the truth is that you can absolutely achieve the same effect with affordable options, provided you focus on structure, fit, and styling. The first thing to look for in a blazer is tailoring. A blazer that looks expensive has sharp shoulders, clean seams, and a silhouette that follows the natural lines of your body without being too tight. Fit is everything. A poorly fitted blazer, whether too oversized or too snug, immediately looks cheap. Even if you buy an affordable blazer, taking it to a tailor for small adjustments like nipping in the waist, shortening the sleeves, or refining the shoulders can elevate it to look like a luxury piece. Length is another important factor. A blazer that hits around the hip or just below is the most timeless. Cropped blazers often look trendy, while overly long, boxy cuts can overwhelm the body. The old money aesthetic is about balance, and a blazer with clean proportions always reads as refined. Fabric matters enormously here. Wool blends, cotton twill, or linen for summer are excellent options. The fabric should have weight, drape, and texture, not feel flimsy or shiny. Shiny polyester or thin synthetics are the fastest way to cheapen a blazer. If you find one in a synthetic blend that otherwise fits well, ensure it has a matte finish and structure, because those qualities matter more than the label. Colors should remain understated and versatile. Black, navy, gray, camel, and cream are the most timeless options. A navy blazer, for example, pairs beautifully with trousers, skirts, or even denim, and always projects authority and polish. Camel or beige offers warmth and softness, ideal for spring and autumn. Avoid bright colors, bold prints, or anything with flashy buttons or trims. A refined blazer should feel discreet, not loud. Details are what elevate a blazer. Subtle buttons in horn or matte finishes, neat lapels, and functional pockets all add to the impression of quality. Overly shiny buttons, loud gold finishes, or decorative zippers instantly undermine the look. With affordable blazers, swapping out the buttons for more refined ones is one of the simplest ways to make the piece appear expensive. The strength of the blazer lies in its versatility. It can be paired with trousers and a button-down shirt for a business setting, with jeans and loafers for casual refinement, or draped over the shoulders of a dress for evenings out. Few garments are as adaptable, and this is why they are a cornerstone of old money wardrobes. Symbolically, the blazer carries authority. It suggests structure, discipline, and confidence, qualities that align perfectly with elegance. Unlike cardigans or casual jackets, the blazer communicates that you take yourself seriously, but without ever needing to appear loud or demanding. That subtle authority is part of what makes it look expensive. Care is another aspect not to be overlooked. A blazer should always be pressed and properly stored on a hanger to maintain its shape. Wrinkled, sagging, or poorly cared for blazers lose their structure quickly, no matter how much they cost. By keeping even an affordable blazer in excellent condition, you maintain its expensive appearance. The structured blazer is one of the most transformative pieces you can add to your wardrobe. It sharpens any outfit, projects quiet authority, and instantly elevates your appearance. Chosen in a neutral color, with a clean fit and minimal details, it will look far more expensive than it actually is, proving once again that elegance is not about price, but about intention and care. Piece 5. The midi skirt. The midi skirt is one of the most feminine yet practical garments you can own, and it is also one of the easiest ways to look expensive on a budget. Unlike mini skirts, which often lean youthful or trendy, or maxi skirts, which can sometimes overwhelm the body, the midi skirt strikes the perfect balance. It sits in that refined middle ground, falling below the knee but above the ankle, elongating the figure while still allowing freedom of movement. This length alone is what makes it so timeless and sophisticated. Fit is the first detail to focus on. A midi skirt should skim the body without clinging too tightly. A pencil silhouette is ideal for work or more formal settings, as it projects sharpness and authority, while an A-line or pleated silhouette offers softness and movement, perfect for daytime wear. Both are elegant, but the key is proportion. A skirt that sits comfortably at the natural waist and drapes cleanly over the hips will always look polished. Fabric is what makes the biggest difference between a skirt that looks refined and one that looks inexpensive. Wool blends, cotton, or even well-made polyester blends can work beautifully if they have weight and structure. A flimsy, overly thin fabric that clings or wrinkles easily will always cheapen the look. Instead, choose materials that fall gracefully, resist wrinkles, and hold their shape throughout the day. Colors should remain understated. Black, navy, camel, beige, gray, or cream are timeless choices that pair easily with the rest of your wardrobe. These shades not only read as more expensive, but also give you versatility. A camel-pleated midi skirt, for example, can be styled casually with a knit sweater or elevated with a blazer, always looking intentional. Patterns can be tricky, but subtle plaids or pinstripes can work if the colors are neutral and muted. The power of the midi skirt is its versatility across seasons. In warmer months, it can be paired with a crisp white shirt, a silk blouse, or even a simple knit top. In cooler months, it layers beautifully with sweaters, coats, and boots. This adaptability means you get incredible value from a single piece, which is exactly what makes it one of the smartest investments for looking expensive without overspending. Styling is where the midi skirt comes alive. Paired with heels, it elongates the legs and creates a commanding presence. Worn with loafers or ballet flats, it suggests ease and daytime refinement. Add a blazer, and it becomes a professional uniform. Add a cashmere sweater, and it becomes cozy elegance. Even with affordable pieces, the combination of structure, proportion, and neutral color elevates the overall outfit. The symbolism of the midi skirt is also important. It is associated with grace, maturity, and timeless femininity. Unlike mini skirts, which often signal youthfulness or trend following, the midi skirt projects steadiness and refinement. It suggests that you are intentional about your choices, that you dress for yourself and for timelessness, not for passing trends. Care is essential. Press the skirt regularly, store it properly on a hanger, and avoid allowing it to wrinkle or sag. A wrinkled skirt immediately loses its expensive effect, no matter how much it cost. On the other hand, a well-maintained midi skirt, even from an affordable brand, can look like it belongs in a wardrobe of someone with impeccable taste. The midi skirt is one of the most affordable ways to project timeless elegance. Its balanced length, versatile styling options, and refined silhouette make it look far more expensive than it is. Chosen in a neutral color, in a structured fabric, and styled with intention, it becomes one of the smartest and most elegant additions to a budget-conscious wardrobe. Piece 6. The classic trench coat. If there is one outerwear piece that has transcended generations and continues to symbolize quiet sophistication, it is the trench coat. It is practical, elegant, and endlessly versatile, and while many associate it with designer brands, the truth is that a well-chosen trench coat from an affordable label can look every bit as refined. It all comes down to silhouette, fabric, and details. The trench coat's enduring appeal lies in its structure. Unlike casual jackets or trendy outerwear, the trench has a defined shape. It cinches at the waist with a belt, creating a flattering hourglass silhouette, and its clean lines project polish. A trench coat communicates discipline and timelessness in a way few other coats can. Fit is the most important element. A trench coat should not be oversized to the point of looking sloppy, nor should it be too fitted, which would restrict movement. The ideal trench skims the body, allowing room for layering without losing its shape. The shoulders should be clean, the sleeves should end neatly at the wrist, and the belt should cinch the waist without excess fabric bunching. Length also makes a difference. A trench that falls just above the knee or mid-calf is the most versatile. Shorter versions often look casual, while overly long trenches can appear dramatic or costume-like. For everyday refinement, a knee-length or slightly longer cut is ideal, balancing practicality with elegance. Fabric is where many affordable trenches succeed or fail. A classic cotton or cotton blend gabardine is the most traditional, as it resists rain and maintains structure. Affordable options often come in polyester blends, which can still look refined if the finish is matte and the fabric has weight. What should be avoided are shiny, flimsy fabrics, as they immediately cheapen the garment. The trench should feel substantial in your hands, not thin or lightweight. Color is another key factor. Beige and camel are the most timeless, offering warmth and versatility. Navy is another refined option, perfect for cooler months and professional settings. Black can also work, though it often feels more modern than traditional. Bright colors or trendy prints should be avoided, as they undermine the trench coat's timeless appeal. Details are what set a refined trench apart. Classic features like epaulets, storm flaps, and belted cuffs add character but should remain understated. Buttons should be tonal or in a subtle horn finish, not overly shiny. The belt should tie cleanly, and the hardware should be discreet. When shopping affordably, always prioritize these details because they are what make the difference between a trench that looks refined and one that looks cheap. The trench coat's strength lies in its adaptability. It can be layered over business attire, adding authority and polish. It can be worn casually with jeans and loafers, instantly elevating the look. It can even be styled over dresses or skirts for evening outings. This versatility ensures that it never feels out of place, making it one of the smartest outerwear investments for anyone working with a budget. Symbolically, the trench coat carries both heritage and modernity. It was born from function, originally designed for military use, and later became a cultural icon of refinement. To wear one is to tap into that history, to project stability, strength, and quiet elegance. That is why it continues to be associated with timelessness rather than trends. Care is important as well. A trench coat should be kept clean, pressed, and properly stored. Wrinkled or sagging trenches undermine their elegance, while well-maintained ones only become more distinguished over time. Even if you purchase an affordable trench, keeping it in excellent condition ensures it looks expensive every time you wear it. The trench coat is not just outerwear, it is a cornerstone of refined dressing. Its structured silhouette, neutral colors, and versatile styling options make it one of the most powerful yet affordable ways to look elegant. Invest in one well-chosen trench coat, care for it properly, and it will instantly elevate your wardrobe, proving again that sophistication is about intention, not cost. Piece 7. The loafers. Shoes often reveal more about your style than any other item, and few styles communicate quiet refinement as effectively as loafers. They are timeless, versatile, and deeply rooted in old money aesthetics. Loafers project ease and sophistication at the same time, making them one of the best affordable pieces to add to your wardrobe if you want to look expensive without overspending. The loafer's power comes from its history. Originally worn as leisure shoes by European elites, loafers quickly became associated with refinement and understated luxury. They were designed to be practical yet polished, comfortable yet formal enough for a range of settings. That balance is exactly why they remain a staple of elegant wardrobes today. Fit is the first detail to focus on. Loafers should hug the foot without pinching. Too loose and they look sloppy. Too tight and they appear cheap because they wrinkle and crease badly. Even when buying an affordable pair, prioritize fit, because an elegant loafer maintains clean lines across the top of the foot. Material is the second factor that determines whether loafers look expensive or not. Leather is the best choice, whether smooth, polished, or suede. Smooth leather in matte or slightly glossy finishes communicates polish, while suede adds depth and texture, especially in autumn. What should be avoided are synthetic versions that feel thin, shiny, or stiff, because they instantly look cheap. A well-chosen, affordable leather loafer, on the other hand, develops character with age and looks better over time. Colors should be timeless. Black, brown, camel, and navy are the most refined choices, pairing seamlessly with both trousers and skirts. Burgundy can also add richness without straying from classic elegance. Bright colors, metallic finishes, or trendy patterns should be avoided, as they undermine the loafer's understated appeal. Details are where many affordable loafers go wrong. An elegant loafer should have minimal embellishment. A subtle penny slot, a small horsebit, or clean stitching is enough. Oversized logos, chunky soles, or decorative trims cheapen the design immediately. The key is simplicity, because refinement never shouts. The beauty of loafers is their versatility. They can be worn to the office with tailored trousers, to lunches with jeans and a blazer, or even with skirts for a preppy touch. They bridge the gap between casual and formal effortlessly, which is why they have remained a staple in old money wardrobes for generations. Unlike sneakers, which lean casual, or heels, which lean formal, loafers sit in that perfect middle ground. Symbolically, loafers carry heritage. They are associated with universities, leisure clubs, and cultural refinement. When you wear loafers, you are tapping into that tradition, which is why they always project quiet luxury. Even if yours are affordable, the design itself carries associations of sophistication. Care, once again, is essential. Loafers must be kept polished, conditioned, and properly stored. Scuffed, wrinkled, or neglected shoes undermine the entire outfit, no matter how refined the rest of your clothing is. Investing in a shoe brush and polish can make even the most affordable pair look well-maintained and expensive. Loafers are one of the most affordable yet effective ways to add instant polish to your wardrobe. Their history, versatility, and timeless design make them look luxurious even when they are not. Chosen in leather, in a neutral shade, and cared for properly, Loafers prove once again that elegance is not about chasing trends, but about building a wardrobe rooted in timeless, intentional pieces. Piece 8. The structured handbag. No wardrobe is complete without a handbag, and among all the styles available, the structured handbag is the one that instantly communicates refinement. It is polished, timeless, and versatile. And while designer handbags can cost thousands, you can absolutely find affordable versions that carry the same aura of sophistication if you know what to look for. The defining quality of a structured handbag is its shape. Unlike slouchy or casual bags, a structured handbag holds its form. It has clean lines, a defined base, and a silhouette that never collapses. This structure is what communicates quiet luxury because it shows discipline, balance, and intention. Size is important. A medium handbag is the most versatile, large enough to carry essentials without appearing bulky. Oversized bags often look casual, while tiny bags lean trendy. The perfect structured handbag sits comfortably in the middle, complementing your proportions while remaining practical. Material makes all the difference. Leather is the most refined choice, whether smooth, grained, or pebbled. Suede can also look elegant, especially in autumn, though it requires more maintenance. What should always be avoided are synthetic materials with shiny finishes, as they instantly cheapen the look. Even at affordable price points, you can find handbags made of genuine leather or high-quality alternatives that age gracefully and look far more expensive than they are. Color should remain neutral. Black, brown, navy, taupe, or camel are timeless and versatile, pairing seamlessly with most outfits. A cream handbag can also be refined, though it requires extra care. Bright colors and bold patterns undermine the sophistication of a structured bag, making it appear trendy rather than timeless. Details should be restrained. Clean stitching, minimal hardware, and a discreet closure are the signs of refinement. Oversized logos, chunky zippers, or decorative chains should be avoided. With handbags, less is always more. The bag should speak through its silhouette and craftsmanship, not through loud branding. The structured handbag is powerful because of its versatility. It transitions easily from work to casual lunches to evening outings, always looking appropriate. Unlike totes, which lean practical, or clutches, which lean evening, the structured handbag strikes the perfect balance between function and polish. Symbolically, this style of bag communicates discipline and confidence. It shows that you are intentional about your choices, that you value quality and refinement over trends. That is why it has been favored for generations in old money circles, because it carries quiet authority without demanding attention. Care is essential. As with all handbags, store the bag upright, use fillers to maintain its shape, and avoid overstuffing. A structured handbag that collapses or sags quickly loses its elegance, while one that is maintained properly only grows more distinguished over time. So here is the takeaway. The structured handbag is one of the smartest investments you can make if you want to look expensive on a budget. Chosen in a timeless shape, in a neutral color, and cared for properly, it becomes the finishing touch to your wardrobe, instantly elevating even the simplest outfit into something refined and polished. We have now explored 8 affordable pieces that can transform your wardrobe into something that feels timeless, refined, and quietly luxurious. The white button-down shirt, tailored trousers, the knit sweater, the structured blazer, the midi skirt, the trench coat, loafers, and the structured handbag. Together, they form a foundation that proves elegance is never about money. It is about intention, discipline, and an eye for timeless style. When you build your wardrobe around these pieces, you do not need to chase trends or overspend on items that will fade with time. You create a collection that feels cohesive, polished, and sophisticated every single day. So, my classy ladies, remember, elegance is not about cost, it is about choice. Focus on timeless pieces, neutral colors, and proper care, and you will always project refinement no matter your budget. Stay elegant, stay timeless, and above all, stay classy.